South Africans are trying to say that they have bigger problems to worry about than the pandemic itself. Problems such as unemployment and poverty.
Hi, this is Simpe. Ipsos has released their annual What Worries the World report. I'm joined by my colleague Gerbrandt van Heerden. Gerrie, what are the most concerning issues for people around the world?
So Ipsos has released their latest What Does the World Worry About report. And in this report, they surveyed around 20,000 adults across 27 countries. And what they specifically asked in this report is what are the three main issues that you are concerned about for your country out of the 18 listed issues? And one of the main findings from this survey is that the majority of respondents all over the world indicated COVID-19 as their biggest concern, with 47% of respondents saying that COVID-19 and the pandemic was the issue that they worried about the most for their country. This was then followed by unemployment and then by poverty. And this isn't unsurprising because we are in the middle of a pandemic, and nationwide lockdowns that we've seen implemented around the world have really led to a spike in job losses and an increase in the poverty rate.
And Gerrie, what do the results indicate about South Africa in particular?
So this is where the findings become interesting, because South Africa stood out as one of the countries that did not consider COVID-19 as their top issue. In fact, COVID-19 did not make the three biggest issues that South Africans were most concerned about. In fact, COVID-19 was only the fifth most concerning issue for South Africans. Unemployment, corruption, crime, and poverty were all issues South Africans were more concerned about than COVID-19. COVID-19 was only ranked fifth. And this is very interesting. South Africa was the country that identified a new variant of COVID-19, which is more infectious. And in terms of vaccines, vaccines are possibly not as effective against this new variant of COVID-19. And yet, South Africans do not consider COVID-19 as their main area of concern.
So, Gerrie, why is it that South Africans are not so concerned with COVID-19?
Simpe, I think the short answer is that South Africans are trying to say that they have bigger problems to worry about than the pandemic itself. Problems such as unemployment and poverty. And this is perfectly reflected in the CRA's latest quality of life report that we released in January. Now, in this report, we tracked the country's progress in improving the lives of South African citizens. And we've seen in this report that South Africa has really failed dismally in a number of socioeconomic indicators indicative of a good standard of living. For example, the majority of people in the Eastern Cape are unemployed based on the expanded definition. 2/3 of households in Mpumalanga either have irregular or no waste removal. Also, only 18% of South African households can spend more than 10,000 Rand per month. And also, South Africa has a murder rate of 36 murders per 100,000 people, which places us in one of the top 10 most dangerous countries in the world. And if you break that down on a provincial basis, we can see just how dire the crime situation is in South Africa. For example, the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape both have murder rates of 52 murders per 100,000 people. Corruption as well was listed as one of the main issues by South Africans in the Ipsos survey, even bigger than COVID-19. And that's because South Africa has really slipped down the rankings in the corruption perception index since 2007. So that is why we at the Center for Risk Analysis advocates that the government really urgently needs to implement reforms that will help South Africa get back onto the path of growth. This will include creating a business-friendly environment as well as an environment conducive to foreign direct investment. Only when we take these steps will we see the quality of life improve for all residents in South Africa.
Thank you so much, Gerrie. If you enjoy our videos, make sure to give this one a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of our insights and analysis.